There's a lot of confusion around IGMP and how it relates to multicast. So today I would like to explain the router states in IGMP v2 specifically. When multiple routers share a subnet, only one should send IGMP queries. And that's where the v2 router state machine comes in. A router can be either a querier or non-querier. These are the two different states. Querier actively sends queries, or of course it can be non-querier, in which case it stays silent and only listens. At startup, every router begins in the initial state. By default, it assumes it is the querier on the subnet. But if it hears a query from a lower IP address or another router with a lower IP address, it steps back and becomes a non-querier. This simple election process ensures one router is responsible for sending queries on the network. Once this process is running, there are three key events that drive state transitions. Number one, if the query timer expires and the router is the querier, it sends a new general query and resets that timer. Number two, if a router receives a query from another router with a lower IP address, it loses the election and transitions into the non-querier state. Number three, if a non-querier stops hearing queries for a period of time, its other querier present timer expires. At that point, it promotes itself to a querier and takes over sending queries and gatekeeping multicast on the network. The difference between querier and non-querier is simple. The querier drives the process by sending general query messages periodically, as we know, and group specific queries when it sees a leave message. The non-querier never sends query, it only listens and updates its group membership information and waits quietly in case it needs to take over. In this way, IGMP routers cooperate. Only one router actively sends messages, while the others stay passive but ready, ensuring efficient multicast. And this means they have a built-in failover mechanism. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.